No, no, no. You can't be serious. Honestly. Anybody, can we get this man a pair of glasses? Because this is getting ridiculous. Hi, I'm Jeff Johnson, and welcome to my summer job for the past 2 years. I work at the Richmond Little League Park as an umpire, and be it working on the field or being a spectator in the stands, it is rare that you will go a day without hearing a comment similar to what I just said from an out-of-control parent. Many people who enjoy baseball cannot stand the thought of umpiring simply because they do not want to deal with all the frustrations from having to deal with out-of-control parents. I'm going to go over with you today a 3-step process on how to handle this situation. When you're first hired at the Richmond Park to be an umpire, the man who hires you and the woman who is in charge of the league will sit down with you and try to help explain to you different steps and ways to handle out-of-control parents, fairly similar to the 3 steps I'm going to cover today. The 3 steps include turning the other cheek, handling the situation calmly, and finally, taking action. Now the first step, turning the other cheek. It sounds simple, but for many people, this is the hardest of the 3 steps to do. This is because you're sitting there with parents 10 feet away from you, constantly on you, telling you you messed up, you blew this, you blew that. But you can't let them get under your skin, and you have to remain calm. But at the same time, you're at a Little League park. There are kids surrounding everywhere. So you cannot let the fan or the parent get out of control, start screaming, yelling, or cursing. If this happens, you go to the second step. Handle the situation calmly. Simply walk over to the parent and ask them to please sit down, to calm down. Explain to them you made the call on the field, it stands. But you do not want to lose control. I cannot stress that enough, because once you lose control, you lose respect from the other umpires, the coaches, and everybody in the surrounding area. When you approach the parent, if they are still out of control, this is when I would suggest going to the coach that the parent's kid is on. Explain to the coach the situation that is going on, that the parent is being out of control, and try to have the coach talk to the parent. See if he can try to resolve the situation. Most of the time, if it comes to the point where you have to have the coach talk to a parent, it's resolved and handled right there. But as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a 3-step process, not a 2. So this doesn't always work. Which leads you to the 3rd step, taking care of the situation. By this, I mean it's time for you to toss the parent out of the game. Once again, you have to go about this calmly, because you do not want to lose control. Approach the parent. I've asked you repeatedly to calm down, to please be quiet. Your coach has talked to you, and you still are being out of control. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the park. I've had to do this once in my 2 years of umpiring out of the Richmond Little League. It is very important that you know how to handle this situation, though. You have to stick to your guns, and you can't be intimidated. If the parent is still not abiding by what you say, and they refuse to leave, you walk behind the home plate where the stat keeper is. They are always in a booth, and they have a phone with them. Explain to them what's going on, and have them call the park security or whoever is in charge of the Little League Park that night to simply come down and escort the parent away. I've really enjoyed umpiring for the past 2 years. I felt it's taught me a lot about myself. It's teach me to grow up a little bit, how to handle situations that I may not be able to handle before. And if you follow the 3-step process, turning the other cheek, handling the situation calmly, and taking action, umpiring could be a great experience for you.